Hi, I'm Danielle and welcome to Books and Beyond. Today I have a Fabled unboxing. For those of you who don't know, this is a book box out of Australia. I'm not 100% sure which book this is, but I definitely am cutting down on the number of books I get from them. It does ship from Australia, so the shipping is expensive. But also their book picks have just been kind of okay as of lately. So they do allow 6 skips per year. They are monthly, but you can skip and you can do 2 books. You can do 1 book. It's really up to you what you want to do. So just know that they do allow for a variety of things. So here we have... Oh, yay! Okay, so this, I can tell you, this is Fairy Tale. So when I saw that they were doing this book, I have read it, and I love this book. I loved how this looked, just like kind of like a nice, like normal book addiction. Sorry, my cat's running up the stairs. I'm like, what is she doing? Edition. I do have a book addiction as well, so maybe I didn't misspeak on that. But anyway, I have read this. This is by Veronica Lancet. I do have, the only other edition of this book that I have is the Arcane edition. This is a standalone book. This was the Twilight pick, for Fabled Twilight book box pick. And this one, just so you know, so Fabled Twilight is supposed to be like kind of like lower spice, but it's supposed to be, it is fantasy. And then the Fabled Moonlight is supposed to be like paranormal fantasy, more spicy. And then you have Fabled Nights, which is more like contemporary dark, romance, and then that has spice. And then you have the Midnights, which is like all the trigger warnings. It's called Fabled Midnights. It's like all the trigger warnings, all the stuff, like there is nothing in here that you should like form a relationship based on. Like that is the Midnights. This is Twilight. Now this is the Fabled Twilight book. I believe this was for March because I have skipped quite a few books from them. And it does have a pretty simplistic design, but I do like the gray and the kind of like this design, this kind of like sketch here. It just like, look, see, it would look like, you know, it would look really nice on my shelves. So here we have that. So they have, I like this design. I saw this design and I really liked it. It's kind of like more of a traditional book design. I guess that's why I like the edges. I like that's not too complicated. But I will say, this to me should be more of a Fabled Moonlight because the spicy scenes to me are not for the faint of heart either. You know what I mean? You know, and not that I'm a pearl clutcher, but to me, this I would think this has, when it is spicy, it like has some triggers for sure in it. But here's our end page art. Really like that. Again, I like how simple it is. And here's our naked hardcover. There was no card in this one. But anyway, I switched from the Fabled Moonlight book to the Fabled Twilight because once they announced it was this one, I'm like, I have to have it. This is the one I want. You would be mine under any other name, just like I would be yours. I love and am loved in return, yet there is a gaping hole in my heart that seemingly bleeds invisible blood. Yeah. So what I really liked about this book is it has like a really good mystery aspect to it. Let's see if the art is the same on the other one. It is. I just like the setting. You're trying to figure out what is going on. Oh my goodness though, but no wonder this book is not as thick as I thought it would be. Look at how teeny tiny. Look at that. That's so teeny tiny. I mean, that is tiny. Wow. Look at, you have these nice pretty headings. It's tiny. Oh my gosh. I think I read this on my Kindle. I'm pretty sure I did. And now I'm seeing that that was a good choice. Yeah, there is a part 1 to it, but it is signed. It's a pretty, it reminds me of a doctor's signature. You know how they're just like that, and it's like, oh, okay. So anyway, we got a prologue. Here's a preface. Yeah, it is quite racy, I guess I could say. If you were thinking, oh, that can't be that bad, it's the Twilight book. No. But it's weird too, because they've done for Fabled Knights, they did Jennifer Hartman, and they did a YA book. So sometimes they just go outside of what their definitions are. So just keep that in mind, do your research. If you do choose any books out of their book boxes, because they have kind of played with where the line is on things. But this is book only. This one was one I was like, yes, I want it. It's pretty. I love how it actually looks like it could be like a fairy tale book, you know. It's just really good, and it takes a turn where it's like I just didn't know that that's where this book was going, where all the twists and all the mystery and all the things. It's like, wow, I couldn't have predicted any of it. And that's why I loved it so much. I think I gave it, I don't know if I gave it 4.5 or 5 stars, but it was up there in my star ranking. So check out the author. Check out, if you haven't read it, check it out. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to have this edition, but you could, even I think some of the editions I've seen like just sold on at the bookstores is really pretty. So highly recommend. But this is really simple, as you can see, but I loved it. I love the book. I love this edition. So I'm pretty easy to please. So if you'd like to see more book unboxings, like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.